It's Big Marv!
The World Wide Web, they call the internet. With different types of social media. Store the information sorta like encyclopedia.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the funnel training. Actually, I hope you have enjoyed the overall training so far and have been able to, grasp an understanding of the dual funnel system and how it's going to best benefit you and your personal brand. Now, today, we're going to jump into the automation and the follow-up and how you can craft the perfect follow-up to make your leads come back in on autopilot and actually book in your calendar and move up your value stack. So I don't believe in templates, so what I'm giving you guys is actual live examples of copy so you can see live examples of what we use to move people through. Now, with that being said, you're just going to go through, you're going to read the story, you'll have the lead magnet in your hands, and you'll be able to see how with every system that we've implemented, we've been able to craft the perfect follow-up that walks your ideal client avatar through that journey with you. Because that is the idea behind creating your lead magnet and why it works so well to get them to book into your calendar. Because your lead magnet, you're actually going to craft a journey with them to walk them through your lead magnet, whether that's a challenge, a video series, whatever it may be. We're going to take them through a journey that's going to prepare them for the journey they take with you on your core offer. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So the first thing I want to go over with you guys is the strategy that I wrote for this actual specific training. Right, so the things that you want to dial in is what call to actions are you going to be able to give them through this training. Now, whenever you create your lead magnet, you want the follow-up to extend at least 21 days. Now, the idea behind that is psychologically, we humans, it takes us consistently doing something for at least 21 days before you start to naturally develop a habit of doing whatever it is you've been doing for 21 days. So when you are implementing yourself, you're trying to indoctrinate them with consuming you and your content for at least 21 days in a row. So when I wrote this sequence, I had to think from my client avatar's point of view. I'm like, yeah, my team and I, if you have us build this and implement this for you, we can get it implemented for you in less than a week as long as you have the content that we need to make it happen. But the average person, I'm thinking, non-technical people that probably get overwhelmed by tech, if they go through this, it's probably going to take them about 30 days to be able to build and implement it. So I broke it up into a 31-day sequence with actionable steps that allows you to implement this dual funnel system for yourself. All right, so I got to think, what call to actions am I going to give throughout this 31 days that's going to elevate them up my value ladder? So I think of what the different things I have that is going to align with my core offer and align with the lead magnet and elevate them. So my call to actions are the What's Next platform. That's the platform that the dual funnel system is actually built on. It's $49 per month or $4.99 per year if you want to save 2 months. So I pitched that throughout the entire sequence because you need the system, you need the platform to build the system, right? And then the Wave Makers group, that's my official support group for my different programs and coaching, right? And that's my free support group. That's where you get stuck, you can't figure out something, you are trying to write your automation and maybe your ads or whatever it might be. That's where you can post and get your free help from me. I do live Q&A sessions in there. And then call booking, that's where, hey, I want you to jump on my calendar, and then that's where I'm going to take a look at your survey answers, take a look at your brand, see where you're at, and then determine, are you a good fit for my team to do it for you and bring you on as a motivated maniac, where I take you through the 90 days of implementing it, or are you in a position where you need to just be in my free group, consume the content, and take advantage of the live Q&A session? So that's the 3 different call to actions that I'm going to work into this sequence, and that's what you're going to implement for yourself. That's why we have the core booking funnel, because we're going to be driving people to the core booking funnel throughout the automation, hence the dual funnel system. You have the slow funnel, which is where you drive your cold traffic the first time they're getting indoctrinated with you. And then you have your core booking funnel, where you're driving people to jump on your calendar and giving them a reason to jump on your calendar. And then you always need a lead acquisition hub. This is basically your free place online where they can find you or your content. So this could be a YouTube channel, this could be a WordPress blog. I personally use Facebook group. A free Facebook group is the best to use right now because I use paid advertising. I use a lot of Facebook and Instagram ads, so I can retarget my page post engagement from that group. So that's why I utilize a Facebook group. So now let's talk about the actual sequence itself. So if you take a look here, you'll see I got the delivery, right? So this is like me just delivering the thing that you opted in for. Okay, and then day one, we're going to overview of the system. You're going to get your accounts and how to build the system, right? So this is where I put my first call to action for the What's Next platform, right? And then days 2 through 4 should take the average person going through the funnel builder for the first time, implement their graphics and the copy. Right, and then throughout here, this is where I'm pitching the Wave Makers group, and then I pitch What's Next one more time to just say, hey, we're about to get into building the funnel. Here's the platform you need to get the funnel. Right, and then days 5 through 10, that's automation, that's the follow-up. That's what we're going through in this video, because that's the hardest part of the whole thing, is crafting that perfect message, because the whole key to marketing is the right message to the right person at the right time. So we're trying to think, where is your client avatar at? And where do I need to take them for the next step of the journey? I mean, that's why this whole thing is called What's Next. So you just got to keep asking yourself, what's next? Okay, they consume this. I told them to do this. What's next? What's the next thing that's going to be naturally come to them? Okay, I got this sorted out, and now I need to do this, right? Okay, once they accomplish that, how long is it going to take them to accomplish that too? So when you're writing it, you got to think, how long is it going to take the average person that's never written a 30-day email sequence to really comprehend the strategy of writing this follow-up? How are they going to really comprehend how to cater and write that perfect message? That's why I'm spending an entire week just on automation and writing your email. So you guys opted into this system and you're watching this training. And so you're going to see in your email over the next few days getting, instructions on how to build out this automation sequence. And then connecting the tech, that's where, okay, now that they've built out the automations, connecting the tech is super easy, right? Everything integrates natively, so we can get that done in a day. So that's why I only spend one day there. And then the final review and launch is right there with the tech. It's super easy. There's a handful of things we got to go over to get it ready for live traffic. So boom, we're launching it there. And then we're diving into the different types of traffic. Are you doing this organically? What kind of strategy do you need if you need to do this organically? Right? So I just spend one day on that, and then I spend one day on driving traffic for paid ads, because regardless of whether you're doing paid or organic traffic, you still need a strategy for one or the other. Okay, and then days 15 through 18, I spend 3 days there, because creating and planning the content actually takes more effort than deciding which traffic source you're going to drive with. Right, and then maintaining the evergreen sequence, that's when I'm going to dive in. Okay, guys, you have the system, it's live, it's running now, you should be able to run traffic to it. Now, this is how you maintain the evergreen sequence that over the course of a year is going to walk them up or down your value ladder wherever they may be, or we're going to boot them off your list. So I'm going to show you guys how to maintain this dual funnel system and your email strategy for the long term, and what you should be doing over the course of a year to maintain that evergreen sequence. Right? And then the rest of it is me just checking in with you, make sure you're launched, make sure you're embedded into the group, and then I'm going to try to make sure you join the group for sure, but I'm also trying to get you on a call, because I want to analyze, are you in a position to allow my team to do this for you? Save yourself a ton of time and effort trying to learn a system, let a team of experts do it for you, and then you focus on creating the content, planning the content, catering to your tribe while the system is running. Right? So that's how we wrote this sequence. Now, another sequence you're going to see available to you, because whenever you guys opted into this, I gave you access to a Google Drive that had a bunch of different things in it. And one of those things in it you'll see is the actual emails that we're sending, right? So this is the email sequence for the dual funnel system. So you'll be able to read these sequences and read the story, and following this strategy, now that I've shown you the actual strategy and what I'm planning on doing with the different call to actions, you'll be able to read the stories and the steps that I'm taking you through on this journey, so you can see exactly how I'm applying those call to actions to get them to take that journey with me. Now you're also going to get Miss B's follow-up. This is the follow-up that we wrote for this 10 tips here, where we take people through a 23-day journey of consuming Miss B's content to follow up and get them to jump on Miss B's calendar, and not only jump on her calendar, but consume the training and actually be a warm, qualified lead, indoctrinated with Miss B and what she does to for her tribe. And then another one you're going to also get is the example of the PDF lead magnet, because the dual funnel system is a video training series lead magnet, and Miss B's is also a video training series lead magnet. But I also wanted to give you guys a couple different PDF versions of lead magnets for those of you that are prepping PDFs, so you can see the example of taking someone through that. So you can see here we have the sequence planned out: day 1, day 3, day 5, because again, the key to marketing is the right message to the right person at the right time. So we're sending targeted messages to extend this out over 23 days and take them on this journey through incorporating meta meditation into their life, and ultimately walk them into Cam's core offer, which is developing the perfect morning routine. So the first thing I'm going to recommend that you do is create the sequence, at least 21 days minimum, that's going to take someone through the journey of consuming your lead magnet. And once you write that, then you're going to actually start building it out in the system. Alright, so you'll see your accounts preloaded with the dual funnel system follow-up and the webinar follow-ups. So you're going to have 2 follow-ups. You're going to have one for your lead magnet, right? So here's my personal lead magnet, the PBB delivery. I'll show you guys that as well. This is my best converting lead magnet to this day. It's a 103-day long sequence because it's a 100-day blueprint. Okay, so you guys will be able to take a look at that, and then you'll also get the webinar and evergreen webinar sequence depending on what you do. Again, webinar, that's if you do a live webinar every week, and then evergreen is if you just shoot a training that you're going to automate people going to, right? And if you guys, again, I want to take a minute to invite you to jump on a strategy session with me if you haven't already. Over the course of that strategy session, of course, we'll jump into your personal brand. I'll show you exactly how to use the dual funnel system for you and your personal brand, and we'll even dive into that automation and follow-up, and I'll write the strategy with you so you have a framework of what you need to write and produce to walk people up your value ladder and get them to come back and book into your calendar on autopilot. So the next thing we're going to be jumping into is the actual tech backend, the triggers. These are the things that actually move people through the platform, so you can see exactly where they're at, exactly what they've consumed, and where you want to take them next in your pipeline. So thank you guys for tuning in. Just click that button below to hit the next video. This is Big Marv. One love.